All right, hey, Shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida. Coming at you with just like an exhortation, you know, out here meditating, and the spirit hit me, you know, thought I'd just put a video on real quick. And Lord willing, it's edifying to the hopeful elect. It's going to speak through the spirit. And you see the title of the lesson, you cannot fake it till you make it in this truth, man. All right, you got that saying that goes around the world, hey, just fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it. You know, you can't fake it till you make it in this truth, man. All right? You got to live this, okay? This has to be in you. All right? Every day on and off the camera, you're supposed to be walking after Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, because we are representing Yahweh Shai, you know, in his body. All right? So we have to live a certain manner of life, man. All right? Every single day, we got to strive for the mastery. All right? Strive for perfection, you know, concerning our conduct, our ways. You know, the scriptures say, if it be as much as lieth in you, live peaceably among all men. You know, so trying our best. And we all fall short. The scriptures tell you a just man falleth 7 times, man. You know, so we're going to fall short. Even a righteous man, prophets, you know, fall short, man. All right? But it's about getting back up. Hey, shalom, brother, shalom, you call, shalom, shalom. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, I'm meditating, just thought, you know, that saying, you know, you can't fake it till you make it. You can't do that in this truth, man. Fake it till you make it. Nah, man. You have to live this, okay? You have to breathe this, all right? Strive for the mastery. Each and every day you're supposed to be, you know, walking this tightrope, all right? You got a lot of false prophets. You got a lot of false teachers. You see what's going on in Israel, man. There's a lot of false teachers, false prophets. You know, guys that just get on camera and they do the whole Kwam Yashar Shalom, Brakatah, right? But then as soon as the camera goes off, they just niggas. All right? Just go back to the fucking world if you're going to be a nigga, man. All right? But we got to continue to walk this tightrope, man. All right? And really, when you go into it, everything is predestined. Whoever is meant to get this truth, whoever is meant to endure into the end, was predestined to endure. All right? But you got a lot of phonies, man. A lot of phonies that, you know, they put their fringes on their t-shirts, right? You know, they got beards on their faces, but they doing the whole lineups. They got lineups, right? But they're not really sincere, man. And as soon as the camera goes off, they just living like your average Tyrone or average Keisha. All right? You got the head wrap harlots, you know. This is a lifestyle, man. This truth, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, the scriptures say the truth shall set you free. All right? And not to use this this liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. You got a lot of Israelites that, you know, they think that they're in the truth, but you're not in the truth, okay? you phonies, you know, you false prophets, you're not in the truth. You're not fooling nobody but yourself. All right? But you got a lot of guys that use their liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. So they'll play the role, you know, they'll act, you know, which that's what hypocrisy goes into, is being an actor, man. All right? Being an actor. You got guys that are acting. Certain guys, you know, deserve a Golden Globe for being a chief actor. You know? You got to live this on and off the camera, man. It's not about how much lessons you did, you know, how much you did 1,000 videos. It's not about, you know, what people see on camera. It's about really who you are off the camera, how you hold yourself when the cameras aren't rolling, your conduct, your character. That's the biggest part of this truth, man. That's like obviously we know the scriptures say, if you love me, feed my sheep. You're supposed to, you know, do your lessons, but that's like required. That's like just a given. That's what you should be doing. All right? But then it's like when the cameras are off, when it's just you, We know the scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. That's when the Lord is really zooming in on you and seeing who you are, what you're made of. And this is for all of us. Somebody's watching you all the time. There's not a second that goes by where the Lord is not watching you, man. All right? But like I'm saying, you got guys that use their liberty as a cloak of maliciousness. Oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but they out here eating pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, selling drugs, doing drugs. You know, but then they'll get on camera, you know, on camp day, and they'll act like the holiest man ever, right? And if you never met this individual, you might even think that this man, hey, this is a righteous man right here, because all you know about is his videos. All you see is, you know, this guy when he goes on videos, and on camera, man, oh, on camera, boy, this man is righteous. But you don't see what's going on behind closed doors, man. All right? There's scripture that the scriptures tell you that. And if a brother could actually drop that Baba Kwasha, if someone could drop that, there's one that is wise and teaches many and yet is unprofitable to himself. Okay? You know, and that should put the fear in you, man. Because at the end of the day, that scripture's telling you it's not about what you know or how much you lessons you do. It's about how much you apply to your life, bro. At the end of the day, what are you applying to your life? How are you growing in the spirit? The scriptures tell you, grow in the grace thereof. We're supposed to grow in this thing. All right? Grab some of these precepts. Shalom. The water. Built to prevail, 144 Ba. Shalom, you call. This is Matthew 11:29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Okay, and the scriptures tell you that, you know, the brother dropped it, okay? My yoke is easy, to, you know, and we're yoke fellows, man. Before we're friends and we're buddies, we're yoke fellows. This is business. At the end of the day, this is the Lord's business, and we got to walk with a certain etiquette, okay? We got to walk with a certain conduct. There's a code of conduct that we have to live by, man. All right? But it says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, and that's what we're doing. We're learning of Yahushua. You know, and you got to ask yourself, what would Yahushua do in this situation? You know, the wacky-tacky Christians, what would Jesus do? But, you know, in the spirit, there's a point there. Okay, what would Yahushua do in certain situations? What would Yahushua do? How would he handle this situation? All right? See, Yahushua, he wasn't a hypocrite. He lived this. Okay, he lived it. He kept all the laws, statutes, and commandments perfectly. He didn't boast of himself. He didn't try to justify himself. He didn't try to, he was righteous. He was a righteous judge. All right. It says, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls. Right. So we got to be meek. Just like Yahushua, man. Hey, shalom, fearmonger, shalom. Yeah, if a brother could grab that scripture, Baba Kwasha, there's one that is wise and teaches many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. It's somewhere in the Apocrypha. Matthew 11:30, it says, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Yeah, man. You know? It's a light thing. But at the same time, you cannot fake it till you make it in this truth, man. All right? Like you got the the SoundCloud rappers, right? They got 3 songs on SoundCloud, and then they'll buy all the fake jewelry. You know, they'll rent a car, and then they'll get on camera with the fake jewelry and the rented car, and then, you know, on camera it looks like this man is a hit maker. Like this man, this man's famous. But when you turn the camera off, you got to return that car. That fake jewelry starting to, turn green. All right? Same thing. You got guys like that in this truth, man. And we don't want to be that. None of us. You don't want to be that. So the scriptures tell you, examine yourself whether you be in the faith, man. You don't want to be the guy that just puts the videos on or goes to camp and you on camera and you got all these wise words. That's another thing. When brothers are at camp, I've been telling brothers this too, it's not about making a fucking point, man. It's about edifying. Okay? It's not about just filling the dead air. As soon as you get the opportunity to speak, you just yapping. And you might have wise words. You might have, the things you said might be wise, but it might be out of season, man. Okay? So there's a time and place for everything. There's a time to speak. And I've been telling brothers that too, you know, in the camp. Like, it's not just about making a point, man. And you might have a good point, okay? You might have a great point, but at the same time, it might be out of season, man. All right? It might be out of season. It might not have been the right time to say that. All right? The water you call Shalom. The water to the brother Nawak as well. The water. Built to Prevail, 144 Ba, Sirach 37:19. There is one that is wise and teaches many, and yet is unprofitable to himself, right? And that's a hypocrite. So this guy, you know, you got guys get on camera, got the best breakdowns, you know 150,000 breakdowns, right? But you're not applying it to yourself. When you get in a situation where you gotta live peaceably, you just turn to a nigga. Are you ready to brawl when scriptures tell you suddenly lay hands on no man? You know, character, man. You're talking about discipline, right? But you always late to camp. You know, that which goes into discipline, man. So it's like, it's one thing of having some type of knowledge and being able to regurgitate and, you know, mimic what you hear on YouTube. It's another thing to live by it. Okay? Let's read it again. Sirach 37:19. It's the water for you brothers dropping these scriptures, man. Sirach 37:19. There is one to himself, man. We don't want to be like that, man. You don't want to be unprofitable to yourself. You don't want to be an unprofitable servant. And that's the guy that's putting on an act, putting on a show. You know, the scriptures tell you there's one that's wise in words and yet is hated. Why? Because he's not living by it. You're not living by it, bro. You trying to fake it, tell you're a nigga. It's not going to make it, man. Okay? It's either you all the way in this thing or you all the way out of this thing. All right? It's either you live by this, blood, sweat, and tears, on and off the camera, or you just an actor. You a hypocrite. And that's the leaven of the Pharisees. Okay? Hypocrisy. All right, see, the Pharisees, they had a lot of knowledge in the law, right? And they was condemning Jake according to the law, but they themselves weren't even keeping the whole law. But if you saw them, you would think in your mind, like, yo, these guys, these are the guys, right? These are the ones. Look at them. Look how, you know, their garments. Look at everything that they got, right? But inwardly, the scriptures tell you, Matthew 23, about the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they were ravening wolves, okay? You know? Full of dead man's bones. They were clean on the outward, but inward they were not right. Okay, so they taught many. They had knowledge of the law, but they were unprofitable to themselves. All right. Brother Nawak, Ezekiel 14:9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, you got a lot of false prophets. The scriptures, Yahweh Shai himself, he told all of us, many false prophets have gone out into the world. Many. There's more false prophets than there is true prophets, man. Okay? You got guys that are breaking the scriptures down all types of wrong. The mark of the beast. They going into Gog and Magog. Is going to come after 1,000 years and take us down. And we got to fight. No, that's all bullshit. Those are false prophets, man. Telling you that the new moon is the full moon. Okay? A bunch of lies, man. Ezekiel 14:9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. And that's a scary thing, man. We know the scriptures say the deceived and the deceiver both belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So the Lord can deceive a man, you know, so he get on camera and he start breaking things down the wrong way, leaning to his own understanding. And he sincerely thinks that he's right. You know, he's deceived. And he's deceiving others. But hey, guess what? That's his lot. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, just like the spirit of the false prophets is subject to the false prophets. All right, it says, and I will stretch out my hand upon him and will destroy him from the midst of my, you see, I believe it says midst of my people. All right. Yeah, beautiful. Let me grab this one too. Shalom, brothers, man. Matthew 25:30, brother Nawak. And cast you the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And ultimately, they're going to be destroyed. Look at this gator. Check that out. Little baby gator. Coming to hear the word, man. Sneak up on my ass. But Matthew 25:30, and cast you the unprofitable servant into outer darkness, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right. So you got a lot of unprofitable servants, man. You know why? You get on camera, you got the best breakdowns, but as soon as the camera goes off, you a nigga. All right? Just go back to the fucking world, man. Faking it till you ain't gonna work in this truth, man. All right? We gotta walk this walk and talk the talk. You gotta have, you gotta have both. The scriptures tell you, be you doers of the word and not hearers only, man. Deceiving yourself. Only person you deceiving is yourself at the end of the day, because the true men of the Lord see right through the bullshit. The true prophets can see right through the bullshit. All right, and you might have some of the men of the Lord fooled on camera. You know, well, hey, this is look at all his videos, look at all the work he does. You know, but when you come around, the men of the Lord can see right through all the bullshit. All right, can see all right through it. All right, so on camera you might have many fooled. Person, you don't got nobody fooled but yourself. All right, because that's when conduct is shown, you know, your character, all of that stuff, you know, and we're all being tried every single day, man. We're being tried, you know, we're being tested, and that's the chastening of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. It's the chastening of the Lord, man. Look at this guy, man, chilling here. Let me see what else y'all brothers got. Built to prevail. 144 Ba. Matthew 11:28. It says, "Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy." We're seeking for. All right, and rest is coming. All right, so yeah, just speaking through the Spirit, Lord. Find to the hopeful elect, you know, some exhortation. Let's better ourselves, man. Every single day, let's examine ourselves. Let's grow. We're gonna constantly be put in situations where you gotta apply the scriptures. Don't be the guy that just gets on camera. You do 500 lessons, you got 500 breakdowns, but then when a situation comes for you to apply wisdom, you don't apply it. Okay, that's an actor. That's a hypocrite. That's the leaven of the Pharisees is hypocrisy. All right. And we all gonna be tested, man. We all gonna be tested. We all gonna be tried. But let's examine ourselves, man. All right? All the YouTube era, you know, going on video, all that shit's gonna end soon anyways, man. All right? And then you're gonna have to live by what you preach. Practice what you preach, so to say. All right? So with that, hey, Lord willing, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the brothers and sisters that tuned in. Shalom to all you sincere Akim. Call hello, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Until next time, I say shalom.